JAG is a great program because it takes students who face significant challenges in life and helps them overcome those challenges and succeed. And what we do is give students the support and the skills that they need in order to be able to be successful in their chosen careers. I think that our track record demonstrates the success of the program. We have over 95% graduation rate for our students, graduation from high school, and this is remarkable given the fact that these are students with major and unique challenges, and also most of them come from schools with pretty low graduation rates.
It's so inspiring to meet you and see how incredibly just the energy that you bring to this organization, to this conference, to this city, eager to take on the world, eager to listen, as Frida underlines, and just bring your greatness to this organization in so many ways. And that's exactly what this event is intended to do, is to see that greatness that you have in yourself and to recenter JAG. We have our board of directors here. We just passed a 3-year strategic plan. I cannot thank the board enough for supporting this, for supporting you, because we all believe in the work that you will do and believe that it is imperative for us to work with each and every one of you so more young people can benefit from JAG. And events like this help us to recenter on our purpose, you, and our mission, to empower you with the skills and support to succeed in education, employment, and life. And that's especially true for young people in this room who may at times feel like the world is against them and that the challenges are far too many. You have a national organization, you have an affiliate network, you have a board of directors, you have specialists across the nation who believe in you. So when we hear those challenges, and I know you say this too to yourselves, we say, just try us. We'll get through this, just try us. Because over the course of your time in JAG as officers, in the Leadership Academy events, you will be supported. You are not alone. You will be supported, and you will have opportunities that we implore you to take advantage of them, to go through those doors when they're opened, because each of you have unique strengths. And when you take those opportunities and you come together and learn from each other and build each other up, you will make a community of leaders that, I mean, you're just going to change the world in so many different ways. You might not even know it now, but when you come together, you take advantage, you listen to each other, and you seek to understand and take responsibility for the opportunities that your specialists, that your peer officers are providing to you. There's nothing that can stop you.
The students are quite remarkable. So I've seen from the students that they're not only interested in career opportunities, but they're also seeking new career opportunities that they may not have had a chance to even explore prior to the JAG program. So I think one of the wonderful things about JAG is that it exposes students to career opportunities and other opportunities in life that they may never have actually understood that was even available to them.
I've been on the board for about 8 years, and during that time we have seen JAG get so much more effective around its central mission, which is engaging young people and finding ways to light that creative spark in them, that spark of confidence, to give them a sense that people really care about them and that they don't need to be bound by the past, but they can create a future of success in their personal lives and in their professional lives.
Please welcome your JAG Career Association National Officer Team.
Every person in this room has a story, a purpose, and a future that is going to change this world. I am so honored to be standing here with all of you as we start this journey together. As president, I've realized that leadership is more than guiding others forward. It's about understanding the people we're leading, respecting where they come from, and celebrating our differences and their strengths, and meeting them where they are at. My own culture and background allows me to see the challenges others face that aren't always visible. Leading with empathy and an open mind has shown me the real leadership doesn't just speak, it listens. And when I look at all of you, I see leaders who are ready to make a difference in their own ways, with strength to lift others up as you rise. And that is essential because we're stepping into a future of work, a world where industries are evolving at lightning speed. JAG isn't just preparing us for jobs, it's preparing us to lead into the fields of tomorrow. Whether we're designing the next breakthrough technology, advancing medicine, or breaking new ground in law and entrepreneurship, we're being trained to adapt, innovate, and face every challenge head on.
It's incredible to be surrounded by so many passionate, driven leaders who believe in the power of education, connection, and change. Standing here as the president-elect of JAG, I can't help but to reflect on my own journey that's led me to this very moment. When I think about leadership, I also think about innovation, how we can elevate and inspire others in new and exciting ways so that they may feel joy and promise in their own abilities. For me, joining JAG was an unexpected turn, something that started as a way to fill an elective in high school. I didn't know it then, but that one decision changed my entire life. I became a JAG student in my second semester of my junior year. Could I get a show of hands in the crowd who in this room also started their JAG journey their junior or senior year?
Hi, my name is Frida Medrano. I am the JAG-CA president. My life before JAG was very lonely. I had no friends. I didn't feel like I had a safe space to go to at school. And I just felt that I didn't have a purpose in life.
And how has JAG helped you?
JAG has helped me find my purpose. I do feel like I have a sense of direction now, and a lot of that has been because of the insights that JAG has given me through career opportunities, education opportunities, and just professional skills that I've developed over time.
What are your plans for college and a career?
I am interested in government. I am majoring in political science. I'm not sure what I want to do, but I know I want to be working at the Capitol, and again, that is because of JAG.
How would you say JAG has changed your life?
JAG has changed my life because I feel that I am worth something now. I feel that I am capable of anything that I set my mind to, and I am very proud to be part of this organization.
My life, I come from extremely unfortunate circumstances. I am a former unhoused individual, as you know, I'm a huge advocate for, and JAG has really helped me to bring me out of my shell, ultimately. And so, with that being said, JAG has helped me unbreak, barriers and break barriers down in my life that I once had. It's helped me to realize the true and, I would say, generalized story that perseverance and resilience really is my story. So they've helped me to own that story, not only to own that story, but to tell that story.
What are your plans for college and a career?
So my plans for college, right now I am a student at Grambling State University, go Tigers, and I aspire to be the state superintendent of education in Louisiana.
Before JAG, I was, behind in school. I wasn't really paying attention to what I was going to do in my future. I didn't really have a plan. I was kind of hopeless about what I was going to do for my career, and I didn't know there were opportunities out there for me.
How has JAG helped you?
It's helped me by helping me apply to college, apply for scholarships, network, get to know people, be able to talk to people, and apply for jobs, be prepared for an interview, and all that.
What are your plans for college and a career?
I'm currently a freshman at the University of New Mexico. I'm double majoring in biology and political science with a minor in chemistry, and I'm hoping to go to medical school.
Before JAG, I was facing a lot of roadblocks, a lot of barriers, specifically mentally. I didn't really see value in myself and was struggling overall, especially with my education as well. But after joining JAG, I like to say JAG was like that friend who pushes you on the roller coaster even when you don't want to go on it. You know, kind of pushing me to go outside of my comfort zone and combat against those barriers and roadblocks I was facing.
What are your plans for college and a career?
So right now, I'm a first-year student at the University of Iowa, majoring in criminology, law, and justice with a certificate in leadership studies, and I plan on taking that that major and certificate into a career in law or public service.
Before JAG, I was always kind of like a very smart individual, but I didn't really know what to do with my abilities. I didn't know where to put them or what I wanted to do with them. So JAG has definitely helped me like open up to those opportunities and take the chances to use my ability to my fullest.
What are your plans for college and a career?
For my career, I want to go to Troy University, and I either want to be a PR specialist or a lobbyist, and I want to study communications.
Before JAG, I used to do basketball and sports. I was in a choir before JAG, and JAG has helped change my life. It has shaped me because it opened doors. It gave me opportunities. Like without JAG, I would not be at DC right now, and it helped me like put myself out there and interact with different people from different states.
What are your plans for college and a career?
My plans for college is to go into nursing, registered nursing, to become a travel nurse, and I plan on attending a community college for 2 years and then transferring over to get my bachelor's degree.
For me, before JAG, it's more than just an organization, but it's a person for me. My specialist has taken me a long way. It's taken me to our nation's capital multiple times, from traveling to represent my city and my state. So JAG, to me, is my life.
Tell us, what are your plans for college and a career?
Well, after high school, I plan to major in business and/or hospital administration, where I have the opportunities to run a hospital or go and be a military officer in our greatest Air Force.
Before JAG, I'd say I was pretty lost career-wise. I wasn't very orientated. You know, I didn't have a direct answer or plan for what I planned on doing after high school or what I would study after high school.
So how has JAG helped you?
So after JAG, you know, I'm more clear-minded, I'm more orientated. You know, I feel like I know what direction I'm going in life. I feel like I have, you know, a few ideas on what I would do after high school, what I would study, and yeah, I've had a lot of support from my JAG specialist.
What are your plans for college and a career?
So right now I plan on going into computer IT work, you know, likely programming, things of that sort.
I'm someone who, coming from a very small town, I let that define me growing up. But once I joined JAG and entered the public speaking competition, I've definitely gained a lot of confidence and realized that coming from a small town does not define who you are as an individual.
What are your plans for college and a career?
So I'm not sure exactly where I'm going, but I'm looking at the University of Alabama and also Western Kentucky University and Purdue, and I'm wanting to major in communications and hopefully become a journalist.
Before JAG, I was involved in other school activities like debate and Scholars Bowl, and I enjoyed them, but to be honest, I didn't feel like any of them were really helping me grow as a person. Maybe they were helping me academically, but once I joined JAG, I realized I was growing as a person. I was learning great leadership development skills. I was learning how to lead a team, how to start projects and see them through to fruition. And so that's why I've stuck through, is because it's helping me grow not only as a student, but as an individual.
What are your plans for college and a career?
Yeah, so I would love to be a journalist when I grow up, and so JAG has helped me really solidify that idea by helping me get things like job shadows and interviews. I'm planning on going to college, probably at Kansas University, for a degree in journalism, and hopefully I can do something like maybe what you do someday.
Before JAG, my life was basically just a regular life, a regular teenage girl's life. But in middle school, whenever I got involved with JAG, it opened up a lot of new doors for me. Because had it not been for JAG, I wouldn't be here right now with a ton of new friends, a lot of new connections, and great memories. I'm very thankful because I've developed great speaking skills, a lot of leadership abilities, and that's something that I will forever cherish.
Tell us, what are your plans for college and a career?
I plan on going into journalism and hopefully being on a talk show someday, hopefully with my own show, maybe with Fox, CNN. We'll see what happens.
Before JAG, honestly, I could say I was a troublesome child. I got a lot of tardies and I was just a lot, but JAG has helped me come to realization of like what my life is worth and how I can be of service.
What are your plans for college and a career?
For college, I will be attending the illustrious Southern University A&M College and major in political science and become an attorney with their law program.
Before JAG, I was really bored. I had a hard time figuring out what to do with my life and the steps to get there because the thing that I want to go into is really specialized and it's really difficult to do without guidance. So through JAG, I've been able to do an internship with a speech pathologist, and we spend time discussing how to get into that job and also like different caseloads that she gets. I'm also able to watch some of those things that she does and how she does them. And I've also been able to write resumes and practice my interview skills, which has been really helpful.
Before JAG, I didn't know that many people, and I didn't get to go out and meet and influence other people. But since I've been in JAG, I've been able to meet so many new people and so many new experiences.
What are your plans for college and a career?
When I graduate, I want to go into the medical school, and being in JAG has helped me meet so many people who have been in the medical field, and it has influenced me to go there.
Before JAG, we didn't really have any classes that would help us with like careers, so like I kind of had no idea what I was doing. So it's really nice to have JAG in our school now. This is our first year having it actually in Holdridge, and it's helped me really to like figure out what colleges I don't want to go to, what colleges I actually am interested in, and careers that I could potentially find. It's helped me develop my communication and leadership so much too.
What are your plans for college and a career?
I'm planning on attending a 4-year after high school, majoring in biology hopefully with a pre-med track, and then attending a graduate school hopefully to go into surgery.
Before JAG, I was still a top-notch student, but I felt really stressed about starting high school because of the college process and getting a job and everything that comes with life after high school, and I wasn't sure what I was gonna do even. But joining JAG really helped me organize all that and learn what I needed to do in order to go to college and get a job, and it just helped me feel more organized and ready to become an adult after high school.
What are your plans for a career?
For a career, I plan on going to college to study psychology and substance abuse counseling, and I plan to become a clinical psychologist.
I had a lot of anxiety, and I was really more kept to myself my freshman year when I joined JAG. And over the course of the year, I started to open up more and become more part of, it's like a family there. So we all started to bond, and it's helped me a lot. Miss Nichols is our specialist, and she's really pushed me to try for new things, like NHS, and I got into that, and into colleges and all these different things.
What are your plans for college and a career?
I'm going to go to be a horse trainer, and then have a degree in the management, so it's being able to run the barn.
Before JAG, I would say I was pretty nervous and confused about my future. I would say JAG has truly helped me choose my career path that I am going to be going to next year for college. I feel like JAG has helped a lot of people in the school options and life, actually, everything, life.
My life before JAG, I was a little undirected. I didn't really have a direction that I wanted to go to or a path that I wanted to take, but JAG was able to lead me in a educational path that I didn't think I'd be able to achieve prior to it, and now I have a plan for what I want to do after high school.
What are your plans for college and a career?
After high school, I want to attend a college either in-state or out-of-state to pursue a career in aviation and become a pilot.
Before JAG, I was very stressed, a little harder on studies, but after JAG, I can say it's been a lot more organized and a lot more easier to manage my own things, especially other classes.
What are your plans for college and a career?
Focusing into business administration with marketing. I'm going to get an associate's. I'm planning on getting an associate's, transferring to a university to get a bachelor's.
My life before JAG, I wasn't necessarily didn't know where I wanted to go currently with like career plans and stuff like that. I was in a scholarship beforehand called SAGE for my university, Arcadia, and I wasn't necessarily sure where I wanted to go other than teaching because that's where I go to school for and that's what I'm being paid to do. But JAG opened up new opportunities, especially with my director, Dr. Patterson. She helped me a lot with figuring out what I wanted to do, especially going into politics and stuff like that. So before JAG, I just didn't really know what I wanted to do, and it gave me the opportunity and the pathway to be able to go where I wanted to go in life.
I'm very appealing to people. I love public speaking to crowds, but in my eyes, there's always room for improvement. So JAG just made me, take the skills that God already gave me and just take it to a whole nother level.
What are your plans for college and a career?
Go to University of South Carolina Upstate, major in sports and exercise science to become a physical therapist.
My life before JAG was I was pretty shy. I was pretty introverted. I wasn't very outgoing. But once I joined JAG, I realized that I have to be outgoing to be in this position that I am in, so I can help my members to the best of my ability.
What are your plans for college and a career?
For college, I plan on going to Stanford University in California to pursue a career in defense law.
Before JAG, I didn't really know exactly how to get into college. I'm a first-generation college student, so I didn't really know what to do in terms of getting to college, filling out scholarships. I didn't even know how to fill out scholarships. And, JAG has really helped me. My JAG teacher, Ms. Barsikowski, she's helped me fill out scholarships. She's giving me opportunities for just reaching out to colleges in general and touring colleges. So she's been a real blessing.
What are your plans for college and a career?
So I really like to go to UTK, University of Tennessee, Knoxville, and major in health science. I want to hopefully get a degree in health science and pursue a career in dermatology.
Before JAG, I didn't know how to get a job or know the proper ways in doing it and stuff like that. So after JAG, I have now a job and how to do it and get people into it.
What are your plans for college and a career?
I plan on being a teacher, doing a program through our vocational school and doing that. Or if that don't help, then I plan on just helping kids out, getting jobs and stuff like that.
I didn't really know how to communicate with other people. I didn't have the connections that I have now. And JAG has changed my life by giving me those connections to people that I wouldn't have known or been able to communicate with if it wasn't for JAG.
What are your plans for college and a career?
I want to go into something in politics. I plan to go to business school, undergraduate, and minor in political science, and then hopefully go to law school.
I didn't really have motivation to go to school, nothing to look forward to, but JAG, it has really helped me because it has prepared me to know what I can do after high school and what opportunities I have after high school.
What are your plans for college and a career?
I would like to attend Arizona State to become an architectural engineer, so I'm really excited for that and hope to pursue it.
To show that dreams we have today can be realized, I'm here and excited now to introduce a JAG alumni, Dr. Darren D. Blackston. Dr. Blackston is a distinguished career educator and policy advisor whose work spans K-12 education, higher education, international education, and juvenile justice. As the executive director of adult and continuing education, workforce development and training, and graduate operations at Delaware State University, he leads the University Assessment Center and Connected Degree Program, while also serving as a professor of graduate research. With a deep commitment to equity, workforce development, and leadership, Dr. Blackston has been honored by institutions such as the Delaware State Senate, Harvard University, and Rotary International for his academic and humanitarian contributions. Please help me in joining and welcoming Dr. Darren Blackston.
I was a struggling student. I am the oldest of 15 siblings. We lived in a 4-room shotgun house. If you don't know what a shotgun house is, is you can look in the front door, you look out the back door, and the bathroom's in the backyard. 15 of us in that one little house. I'm a product of, and my siblings are a product of teenage parents who were not equipped to take care of us. Consequently, there were drugs, violence, and death on a regular basis in my family. Out of the 15 of us, 12 have suffered the ill fate of drugs, violence, and death. I buried a brother just this past December who lost his battle with addiction. I have a sister who just received 7 years for bank robbery. I have another sister who is dealing with her own addiction. And I have 5 brothers who have spent a combined of 70 years in prison. I was the oldest. No father, mother trying to work. All those things took a toll on me. I tried to go to school. I failed off the basketball team, and I was a heck of a basketball player. So one day, Ken Smith, Norris Smith, Pierre DuPont said, hey, we're going to have a program that does not replace math, science, English, and social studies, but a program that can provide support and help for those essential skills that kids need to pass science, English, social studies, and math, to lessen the amount of time they spend outside of school and more time in school. That was me. That was some of the others who were in the program. Going back and thinking about how I was struggling in my home, helping my mother feed 10, 15 people with 1 chicken. We just had chicken for lunch. Imagine feeding 15 people with a piece of chicken on your plate. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night and the FBI is kicking in your door because your aunt's boyfriend killed an FBI agent in the city of Wilmington, Delaware. Imagine feeding your siblings when you were 9, we had plain spaghetti and ketchup for spaghetti sauce, and your mother comes rolling down the steps because of domestic violence. So, as a student, I struggled. Had an imagination, had athletic ability, but I struggled because we lacked guidance. The fact of the matter is, JDG in Delaware, JAG saved my life because it taught me really 4 things. And young people, this is for you. 4 things. 1, it gave me a lifeline to purpose. It gave me hope that I didn't have to be like my dad, who was probably the biggest drug dealer in our community at the time. I remember him coming to me and giving me $20 in 1969 to go buy rice. $20 in 1969 in our community was a lot of money. He said, go buy all the rice you get. I said, well, we must go eat rice for the next 6 months. I go get the rice, I bring it back. He takes the rice, and this is for you technology individuals. He takes the rice, takes it out, and he gets a foot tub. And he puts these brown bags in there. And he pours the rice on top of it. It was drugs. The rice pours the moisture out of the drugs so they don't melt, so he could sell them. It wasn't for us to eat. It was for his drugs. So, we struggled. I continued on. As I moved through high school, Ken, Pierre DuPont, and other great teachers at Middletown High School in Middletown, Delaware, and I got purpose because it gave me a lifeline. Secondly, it built confidence in me that I could go into school, find something that I enjoyed doing and do well at it, learning those essential skills that helped me pass math, science, social studies, and English. The support that I received from the teachers about discipline, time management, focus, friendship, sharing, helped me pass those core subjects. So now my report card is not all Fs, now I'm getting Cs. Getting Cs. Confidence. I'm eligible for the basketball team, and I could play some basketball. Thirdly, structure, time management, discipline. I took that home for my siblings who were struggling. So now I'm the leader of a family, raising my younger siblings, and even to this past few years, raising nieces and nephews because my family, my siblings struggled because of the things they went through, because of it. So now I got structure and I got discipline. And now, guess what? I'm teaching them structure and discipline. Some took, some didn't. But it was there because I learned it through JAG. And lastly, and the most important thing for me was the mentors and the teachers that helped me. You students, none of you are here by yourself. The support and guidance that you get from your educators is immense, and you cannot put a price on it. The teachers that I still talk about, Harvey, and Dr. Freeman Williams, and Dr. Tony Marcio, and Ken Smith, and Nora Smith, and all these other individuals, I hold heart to them now. I love those people because they see me now on television or hear me on the radio or see me in a newspaper, and they had a part in all of that. Your teachers have played a part in all of that, the principles that I had. Everybody that took time to help me to be the person that I am today so I could go back into that community and make a difference. That's what JAG did for me. Before JAG, I was struggling in school. I actually failed off the basketball team. I got F's all on my report card. I was not happy and things of that nature. I was an athlete, but I couldn't play because of my grades. So when I was introduced to JAG, we had a lot of violence and death and drugs in our community, and my siblings weren't as fortunate as I was. But when I got to JAG, as I said, it provided hope, some guidance, some mentorship. It improved my retention in school. My grades improved. But I think the most important thing for kids like me, it provided hope. You know, we're a kid who come from extreme poverty, extreme violence, who most times will never make it, who become a statistic. I was not one of those kids because of things like JAG. And so the fact that I'm able to stand here today, speaking with young people about the importance of it, bringing other kids along, guiding them into a point where we really, really need this programs around the country. If you look at states that don't have it, I ask those leaders in there to really consider it if you want to improve retention rates, if you want to improve test scores, if you want to improve community, if you want youth involvement, all right, and guidance. I think JAG should be a part of your school district. I think it should be a part of your community, and to increase the amount of students, not just graduating from high school and not just going on to college, but I think the fact that they go on to college they're already have marketable skills out of high school. So a lot of employers, if you want to improve your economy in your state, these high school students already have marketable skills already. And so the fact that this program starts in high school where you don't have to wait till you get on the job, that's a plus for you. It will improve your economy, and it will also improve your bottom line.
Good morning, everybody. How are y'all doing? Good? Okay, everyone's amped up. So, in my life, I've had the opportunity to wear many, many hats. I'm a uniformed officer in the United States Air Force. I have this shiny thing, the Miss America crown, and I get to be the founder of my nonprofit, the Whitney Marsh Foundation. But in every single role, one thing has remained constant, and that's leadership. Leadership is not about power. It's not about forcing other people to do things. It is about purpose. It is about service. I'm Madison Marsh. I'm a U.S. Air Force officer, and I get to be the first active duty Miss America. Because of my guidance, thank you. Because of my guidance and the military, the incredible mentors that I've had, I was able to graduate the U.S. Air Force Academy, become a distinguished graduate and get my bachelor's in astrophysics, became an astronaut scholar, Truman Scholar, master's student at Harvard, and now Miss America. But that is something you all can do too. Minus Miss America for some, sorry for all the boys in the room, but really, what it comes down to is leadership, grit, respect, and willingness to fail. Once upon a lifetime, many moons ago, I was in your shoes. I was a kid, I was a high school student. I was really afraid of crowds. I was bad at public speaking. I didn't care about school. I wasn't in any sort of sports or clubs. Didn't really know what I was going to do with my life. I was there. But now, because of the direction that I've been given, because of my service in the military, I've been able to grow into something that I never, ever would have imagined for myself. If you would have told me whenever I was younger that I was going to get to be Miss America, I would have said, I don't like dressing up and I don't like talking to people in front of crowds. That's terrifying. But it was because I took a leap to do something that I didn't expect for myself, because I took a leap to do something challenging, something that I expected to fail at, and that's when you learn the most. I can tell you I've learned little from my successes, but I've learned so much more from the failures. All the things that I've listed moments ago that I've been able to do in my life, that came with many, many moments of failure before. Every time that I messed up on a test, that I messed up on public speaking before getting to become Miss America, all of those moments led to something great. Nothing good ever comes easy. So I took a leap in high school and I decided to fly a plane for the very first time at the age of 15. Finally, my determination and passion was able to override any anxiety over failure that I had. I applied for the Air Force Academy, and obviously the rest has been history since then. And I'm not special. I'm just like everybody else. But what I am is a hard worker. And that's what you all can do too. You all can work hard and achieve things that you never, ever would have imagined for yourself. And I love to say that the sky is not the limit, but you have to choose for it to not be the limit, to let yourself be limitless, to choose to dig deep, to find something better than for yourself. So whether you're planning to be an entrepreneur, maybe you're going to plan to join the military, or for some of you in the room, become Miss America, or an artist, an engineer, a teacher, a leader, I'm telling you right now that leadership is at the core of every success story. And I want to show you how leadership can take on many different forms, but its essence remains the same: serving others, creating an impact, and serving passionately to inspire change in other people. First off, leadership in the military. I joined the Air Force at the age of 17. I went into the Air Force Academy and I was terrified. I had this goal of becoming an astronaut that I had set for myself a couple years prior, and once I showed up there, I was ready to let fear take over, and I was ready to quit. I called my dad on the first day of basic after he dropped me off, and I called him, I said, I'm going home, I'm not doing this anymore. You know what my dad's response was? You can quit, but you're not allowed to come home to our house. You know what I did? I stayed in basic. I kept going, and thank goodness for a leader like my dad in my life, for a good mentor that wasn't going to let me quit when things got hard. You have to push yourself. You think I would have become anything today if my dad would have let me quit at that moment? Absolutely not, because nothing good ever comes easy. And the Air Force Academy didn't get easier from there after my dad made me stay. And there was one night in specific that really reminds me a lot about leadership during basic training. So you're obviously having to do a lot of physical activity. You're getting put on your face, and if you don't know what that means, it's beautiful front-leaning rest. And we were all down in front-leaning rest, and they were pushing us and pushing us. and you got your water packs on your back, the water's leaking over, your hands are slipping, you're falling on your face, time and time again. I was weaker than a lot of my classmates. I mean, some of the guys that I was with, they were pretty jacked. And you know what they did? Instead of letting me fail, what they would do is they would put their shoulder underneath mine so that I could take some of that strength to keep going with my classmates. It was moments like that where you have to recognize your weaknesses and your strengths. Strengths as a leader about what you can give back to other people. How can you offer up your strengths to allow other people to grow? And how can you as an individual recognize your weaknesses and how you can become better? There was another major moment at the Air Force Academy that taught me a whole lot. Who remembers COVID? Everybody should be raising their hands, or you're not listening. So COVID. COVID was my sophomore year of college. And at the Air Force Academy, they had basically shut down the entire base. We weren't allowed to leave. Couldn't go home for Thanksgiving or holidays. Basically, you could only interact with your one singular roommate. You better hope you like that person. And so it was really tough, being secluded, not being able to see my family. And our 3-star general, if you don't know the structure of the military, that's like the highest of the high. He was our superintendent of the U.S. Air Force Academy. He had the opportunity to go home every night. He could have gone home to his wife and kids, gone off base. But you know what he chose to do? He came on base every single night, brought food to the cadets. He would make slip-in slides in our hallways with the cadets. You know what he even did as a general? He set up a cot to sleep in spare bedrooms to show the cadets that he was not above doing what he was asking us to do as a leader. Never ask your people to do something that you are not willing to do as a leader. Because I'll tell you right now, no matter where you go, whether you join the military or not, people are the most valuable resource. That's how you ignite change, showing them that you are right there with them. I don't care about your rank, how much money you make. You are not above doing what you are asking your people to do. And that brings me to this experience as Miss America. Obviously, I have a shiny hat and sash, but one of the best parts about this year is that I've realized you don't need this to make a difference. I was making a difference before this, and I'm going to continue making a difference after this comes off, and that's where you all come in. I've had the opportunity of traveling literally all around the globe, from small towns in Arkansas all the way out to Dubai. And you know what I've learned in every single city that I visited? Everyone has the opportunity to make change. You are the ones, we are waiting for you to make change, to step up and to lead. You don't need a fancy title or a fancy platform to make a difference. What you need is the drive and the passion and the heart to inspire other people and to do what you love. Being Miss America taught me that leadership is about that visibility, about that representation. You have to use what you have to amplify not only your voice, but more importantly, the voices of others, and stay true to your mission. And that reminds me a lot of what I have learned from running my nonprofit, the Whitney Marsh Foundation. My senior year of high school, my mom was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer at the age of 41. I was 17 at the time, and less than a year later, she had passed away. So that was very difficult, trying to figure out, as a young girl, how was I going to navigate life dealing with this loss? And you know what I realized? Everybody has a choice to make with the circumstances that you've been given. What I could have done after my mom died is just say, well, I'm giving up. I'm going to let this make me bitter. I'm going to let this make me angry. I'm never going to do anything with this, and I'm going to turn away from everything that I'm passionate about in my life. But I had a choice. And what I chose is to use that darkness, to use those trials that I had been given, and turn it into something good for somebody else. So at the age of 17, I started the Whitney Marsh Foundation with my family to raise money for pancreatic cancer and to continue to fight for people like my mom. And that's not special. That's something that everybody here can do, to fight for change and to choose to do something positive with the negative things that you might be handed in your life. Leadership means finding that passion, finding that cause, and choosing to see the good in life. Because I promise you, if you focus on all of the negative, that's probably all you're ever going to see. So focus on finding the good, and no matter what situation. I remember whenever my mom was actually getting treatment for her cancer, and one of the things that she had always said, I found a letter that she had left behind privately on her phone that she had written to herself. You know what she always focused on in those letters? She never was focusing on the small things of this world, saying that she was so angry that she had cancer. She didn't focus on that. She didn't focus on, oh, I wish I could have stayed an extra hour at work, or focusing on the drama or the small things of what happened in life. She was focused on people, about finding the positives that she could have had in life, about recognizing that, yes, she might pass away from pancreatic cancer at the age of 41, but at least she gets to be alive right here, right now, today. We all have a choice to make, to use today and every day that we're blessed with afterwards to make a difference, to lead, and to ignite change and passion and positivity in other people's life. So whether you're going to be in uniform, serving as a military member, or maybe a crown as Miss America, running a passion project, leadership is always about serving others, staying committed to your values, and taking action. And there is a quote that I absolutely love. It's by Nelson Henderson, and it says, "The true meaning of life is to plant trees under whose shade you do not expect to sit." So maybe you're going to serve the country in many different ways. But no matter what you do, I hope you lead with the intention to serve other people and not yourself, because we have many trees that need to be planted. Thank you. And now we have a few students that have been selected to ask questions. So we'll kick it off.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Frida Medrano Ibarra. I am the JAGS 8 president. I am from Arizona. Your story is truly inspiring, especially as a young woman. It's very inspiring to see you in the roles that you are. Many of us, well, not me, but my sister, and like many other JAGS students, want to join the military. And I want to know, were you ever intimidated? And if you were, how did you deal with that? Because I know that, I mean, as a woman, it can be hard, but it's also something that we're told we can't really show. And so I just want to know if you ever dealt with that, and if you did, do you have any advice for us?
Absolutely. I would say that the Air Force today is not your grandparents' military, or not even your mom or dad's. This is a new age that we get to live in. And of course I was intimidated. I think every single one of my classmates that decided to enter into the military was intimidated. Because guess what? It's hard, but it's good, because like I said earlier, nothing good ever comes easy. You have to embrace that challenge, because that's how you grow. You're not gonna grow when things are easy in your life. And so embrace that. Find the hard things that are going to allow you to grow. But I would say as far as it goes for women in the military, I've actually had an incredibly positive experience. I haven't been treated differently because of my gender, and maybe that's because I chose to not let it be a barrier. The only barrier to what I can achieve is how much work I'm willing to put in. So if I want something, I know I need to go 110% to get done with what I want to get done. And I think another big part of the Air Force, especially the Air Force Academy, is all about the mentors that you have. You can be intimidated, you're probably going to fail a lot, but guess what? You're going to have an incredible leader that is overlooking you, to guide you, to help you to the next step. Like I said, even though my dad kept me at the Air Force Academy, that didn't keep me from wanting to quit. My freshman year at the Air Force Academy, I actually wanted to transfer schools, and what kept me from transferring was actually an incredible professor named Dr. Anderson, and he took me under his wing. And he was the person that has gotten me every scholarship, getting to go to Harvard, all these different opportunities, because he cared for me. And people like that in the Air Force exist all over. And that's what I love about the military. So intimidation or not, the people are always going to be there for you. Mentors have been the people that have shaped me, people that I've gotten to look up to, especially after my mom passed away and I didn't get to have that mother figure anymore. My mentors that stepped in, they were the ones that helped me achieve all my goals. I'm nothing without what they gave me. And so I think it's really incredible that we get to give back to students, to show them the way, to show them that they really can achieve anything that they set their minds to. I really believe that.
we went to the Capitol, and our South Carolina JAG was lucky enough to interview our own Congressman Clyburn.
We have to learn, and I want you all to keep in mind as you go through life, you should always work to balance those two things. Because as efficiency goes up, effectiveness sometimes go down. And when you hear people say, we need more efficient government, no, you need a government that adequately balances efficiency and effectiveness. And when people tell you that we need to run government like a business, stay away from that person. Because businesses exist to make a profit. No business can stay in action or functionally.
We learned a lot of things. We got to ask him 3 questions, and I personally asked him what his thoughts were about what Congress can do for gun control and how to balance the Second Amendment rights, and it was very insightful. He gave his opinion, and I completely agree with his opinion.
And what was that?
His opinion was that we need to get these weapons of war out of the hands of children. Children do not need to have weapons in school, in their homes, in any situation.
We got to meet with Representative Burleson. He is our representative from Missouri. He gave us a quick tour around the place. We met with him inside of one of the monument halls where they have like all of their statues, and then we got to talk. We actually did ask a few things about some of his policies, and then we just got to laugh and have some jokes with him.
What did you learn from that trip to the Capitol?
With that trip to the Capitol, I realized that just because they're in Washington, D.C., they still live, breathe, and love Missouri, and so it was kind of like they're still at home in Missouri even when they're here.
One of the biggest things I learned at the Capitol is that everybody has a different story. We looked at paintings, we looked at statues, we got to speak to representatives, and they all had such interesting things to tell us.
The trip was really fun. At first we got to tour, we got to see the momentums, the statues and everything. It was really cool learning about the history and how long ago the statues were built and all the painting, how many painters it took. It was really cool to see all those stuff.
Oh, it's remarkable. We've had, now that it's been in place for almost 30 years, we've never had a year when less than 95% of our students have graduated. And school to graduation to work, so they're all in good jobs right now. So we have literally many thousands of Virginia young people at risk, probably weren't going to graduate, who are now leading successful lives.
Present up!
I would say everybody can serve. You don't have to be Miss America. You don't have to be in the military. Anybody can serve. There's a quote that I love, and it says that we need to plant trees under whose shade that we do not expect to sit in. Plant those trees, serve other people, serve authentically, passionately, take care of the people that you love, and that's how you're going to make a difference. You don't have to do it on a wide scale. You don't have to be Miss America. You can just be you and do the things that you care about, and you're going to impact so many lives.
It's a very heavy feeling because there are a lot of emotions. It's such an honor and a privilege to be able to have the honor to lay the wreath. And I am very proud of the officers for having this opportunity and doing this together.
What went through your mind when you were walking down the steps of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier?
I thought of my specialist, Mr. Gerhardt. He is a veteran, and I know that it's an emotional ceremony for him as well. So I had him in my mind.
What went through your mind when the wreath was finally laid?
When it went through my mind, it was like we were paying homage to this great soldier and to our nation. That was an incredible experience for me that I'll never forget. That is like we literally laid our condolences there at that tomb. And so it was very, very, very thrilling. It was very exciting to actually see that and to know that my organization, JAG, Jobs for America's Graduates, was a part of that.
Honestly, it was just kind of an eye-opener. It expanded my mind a little bit just to see the Arlington Cemetery in itself and just to see the honor that they did for that unknown soldier. I think it brings a lot of respect for the country.
Honestly, I don't know. My thoughts were kind of all over the place. Like I said, it was just a very powerful moment. And I'm just like, wow, we have an opportunity like that. Like, this isn't just no simple task to do. Like, this is big, it's huge. So it's just wow all across the board.
I would say that any school administrator, any mayor, head of a city council, any governor that takes 10 minutes to spend time with JAG specialists, JAG students, and representatives of JAG will say, how do we get this in our state, and how do we get it in all of the schools in our state?
This is a great program not only for the students who are given the skills they need to succeed in life, but for employers who have the opportunity to hire people who have learned how to show up for work, have learned how to engage in a proper way with their colleagues, who know how to work on a team. These are all skills which these students acquire through the JAG program. And so as a result, they make terrific employees. But also, of course, if we are helping our youth succeed in life, that's good for all of us and all of society and for our nation.